Welcome to the live stream. We are watching the Elimination Chamber WWE pay-per-view. It is February. We are now in the pre-show as we play some WWE Elimination Chamber on SuperCard tonight. As you can see, I just got defeated. So right now there is a fatal four-way between Ricochet, Mustafa Ali, John Morrison, and Elias. The winner of this match goes on to get involved in the Bobby Lashley match. And Matt Riddle, Lashley, and then the winner of this match. Right now, Ricochet's been in pretty firm control of the match. If I was to pick someone based off the way the match is going right now, I would strictly say Ricochet looks to be in the driver's seat. Mustafa Ali went out pretty early in the match. Looked like he might have had a knee injury, but he is evidently fine and back in the ring now. So let's go ahead and get these 6 picks out of the way. Elias in the ring. Of course, we get the guitar. Lacey Evans. Gothic Jeff Hardy. Randy Savage. So, Retribution making their presence known. Just saved Ali from the pin, keeping Ricochet and the match going. Retribution just took Ricochet out of the match. John Morrison rolls up. John Morrison rolls up Mustafa Ali while Retribution was distracted, and John Morrison will join Riddle and Bobby Lashley in the United States Championship match tonight. Not too bad of a match. Nice for the kickoff show. Get the Elimination Chamber underway. I hope it's half as good as the Royal Rumble was. So let's start up another Elimination Chamber match here on SuperCard, WWE SuperCard. Thanks for joining us on the video if you're watching this live or if you're watching this as it is recorded. Make sure you hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. Might as well use the Fiend here. Save Drew McIntyre for a little bit later. I think the kickoff panel is pretty good. I'm a big fan of Peter Rosenberg. I think he adds a lot to it, a nice little heel dynamic to the WWE Elimination Chamber kickoff show. I like that he won the the 24/7 championship at the last one, and then R-Truth was hiding in his hotel room behind the curtains to gain it back. Just testing the audio here. Just testing the audio here. All right, just want to make sure I don't get any strikes on YouTube for having the TV up too loud. That happened last year to us. So throw in Randy Savage and see how this match finishes out. Booker T just called it the shucky quack quack moment of the night would be if John Morrison wins the United States Championship. A little over 12 minutes away from the actual start to the Elimination Chamber. What are you doing? Nothing. Just gonna shake your head. Slapjack versus Fandango. That's got WrestleMania written all over it. I really like how the cards use the Elimination Chamber to its fullest effect. All right, power and charisma. Let's hold on to KO and let's bring in a little truth. Talking about a potential Miz cash in right now on the pre-show. We've already seen John Morrison qualify for the triple threat match coming up here later on tonight for the U.S. title. He'll be joining Riddle and Bobby Lashley in that match. All right, we got less than a minute to go. Official kickoff of the Elimination Chamber. Panel's pretty split. Only one for McIntyre, one for Orton, one for Sheamus. Showing a montage of the Elimination Chamber. Pretty excited to see. I'm hoping Cesaro wins the SmackDown Elimination Chamber. He's been on quite a roll as of late. All right, so another Elimination Chamber in the books. Let's see who we can... Oh, let's get our 12 picks in. Nothing to speak of yet. So I found the Thunderdome to be the most difficult thing to get into. They give you a call time on when you should report in. Of course, it's already full by the time that call time gets there. So I logged in an hour early, seemed to have got in, had a couple issues with the system detecting my camera, and then lo and behold, once I got those fixed, I was already out. So did not get to join in on the live crowd there, hoping I can get into at least one before they move away from the Thunderdome. All right, so they're going to start out with the Elimination Chamber match for SmackDown. The winner of this match gets to go on later in the night and face Roman Reigns. More or less, they get to go get beat by Roman Reigns, who is on an absolute tear, and rightfully they should. Roman Reigns is absolutely on fire right now, and this head of the table heel persona is just fantastic. I really can't wait to see him and Edge at WrestleMania. But before that, we got some business to take care of in the Elimination Chamber. Again, my pick for this is Cesaro. Then we'll get to see a hard-hitting match between Cesaro and Roman later on in the evening. First one out's Kevin Owens. You know, I'd be fine with seeing Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns go at it again. KO's first Elimination Chamber. Better flip over a new one for that. Since Kevin Owens on his way out to the ring, we'll go ahead and use him. Sami Zayn with his personal documentary crew in tow. Really enjoying what Sami Zayn's been putting on lately. It's great. You know, I wouldn't mind getting a WrestleMania match between Owens and Sami Zayn in their current gimmicks. That would be a really good match. Those two always tear it down. So they've removed Sami Zayn's documentary crew right as King Corbin's music hits. Randy Savage with a swanton bomb off the top of the Elimination Chamber. Wouldn't that be some shit? So we got KO in a pod. We got Sami Zayn in his pod. King Corbin is his. Now we got Jey Uso coming to the ring. Another one Elimination Chamber. Uso making some noise at KO's cage. So now Uso going to his pod, getting locked in. So we got KO, Sami Zayn, King Corbin, and Uso just made his way out. So we still got Cesaro and Daniel Bryan left to go. Power and speed. We'll go ahead and keep Phenomenal One in there right now. Okay, got a nice matchup against a less powerful Swarm card. Still working. So my top 8 cards, my main ones are all behemoth now. I think I'm still working with a swarm card or two. I know the female cards are swarm is the best I've got. Let's match 2, speed and charisma. No better charisma than R-Truth. Should get us another win here. I need to check and see if there were any kind of free giveaways for the event tonight. All right, let's see how much more damage we can do. Shuffling up the remaining cards. Speed and charisma. Let's take a chance and see what's not. All right, well, at least I got good speed left. So they're showing a montage right now of everybody coming in. We're waiting for Daniel Bryan and Cesaro to enter the chamber to get things started. Oh, Damian Priest swarm card took me out. Well, of course, I'm totally predicting The Fiend to come back tonight, so let's go ahead and use him in SuperCard. Hopefully get us a win. We seen we got the Gobbledygooker in reserve. All right, Cesaro's making his way to the ring now. All right, hopefully the Gobbledygooker will net us a win. Good thing I did not go with AJ. Too bad the SmackDown coin on this isn't cryptocurrency. Be stocking that shit up, waiting for the price to skyrocket like it is with Bitcoin, Dogecoin. Hopefully that just netted another cent increase by mentioning it here. So Daniel Bryan is making his way into the Elimination Chamber. It's going to be Daniel Bryan and the Swiss Superman Cesaro to start off the SmackDown WWE Elimination Chamber. An Oni Lorkie card. That is my first there, so that'll be a good portrait. Yes, chance all over the Thunderdome. Elimination Chamber number 5 for Daniel Bryan. SummerSlam versus me. All right, we'll start out with a little Drew McIntyre. All right, even with his power up, we should net a win. What a way to start out, Cesaro versus Daniel Bryan at the beginning of this match. Oh, Daniel Bryan kicks Cesaro in the face from the top rope. Throwing AJ Styles for a little speed and charisma matchup here. Versus Mr. Robert Stone. Toughness and speed. Let's go ahead and use up AJ here. Save Drew for another moment. First pod's getting ready to open. Cesaro and Bryan are still in the middle of the ring. And it looks King Corbin. Corbin making his way in. Immediately goes for Cesaro, rams him into the other pod. So Daniel Bryan coming to save Cesaro. You know, I know a lot of people don't really like Corbin, but I'm a huge fan. I really like, he gets a reaction. Oh my gosh, he's shoving Daniel Bryan's head through the Elimination Chamber square in the chain link. That'd have been awful to get it stuck in there. You know, like you see an animal will get stuck on between the rails of a porch, get their head through there, but then can't come back out. That would have been horrible. All right, another Elimination Chamber win. Oh, Daniel Bryan kicks Cesaro in the face. Other corner kicks Corbin in the face. Back misses Cesaro as he steps out of the way. Cesaro, two running uppercuts, one to Corbin, one across the ring to Bryan, back to Corbin, back to Bryan, back to Corbin. Corbin counters, end of days. So almost had Daniel Bryan eliminated. All right, an R-Truth Cataclysm card. I think that's new for me. Nice, I like that one. I'm pretty happy with those picks. Let's get our other two or three elimination chambers out of the way real quick. Sami Zayn and Corbin jawing at each other through the plexiglass. Baron Corbin in full control of this match so far. Kevin Owens versus Vader, man, that's a match I would like to see. See, toughness and charisma. I couldn't get better now. Oh, another pod is getting ready to open up. It is Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn trying to close the pod to keep Baron Corbin out. Corbin stalking him like the lone wolf. Sami Zayn has shut his pod door and is staying inside. Might be best for him. Oh, forgot the other side of his pod was the glass was already busted out. Cesaro in the pod with Sami Zayn. Continuously uppercutting him. Picked up a win there with Drew McIntyre. Still waiting on KO and Uso to get out of their pods. Speed and charisma. Let's go ahead and flip this one over. Do have a nice up bonus there on Savage. Not enough to overtake Papa Shango. I need that card. I want that portrait. Ooh, lucky flip there. Randy Orton still having his speed and charisma at full strength with a little boost. Looks like we may get another win there. See, power and speed. Let's go ahead and flip it over there. That worked out well for us. Alright, let's see the reversal, see if we can't get a... Does not look like it does us any good. One card remaining. Oh, here comes a spot from the top of one of the chamber pods. Cesaro and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is scaling even further up the Elimination Chamber. Another win. We're on a row, folks. 5 in a row here. William Regal card, my favorite GM of all times. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So we got Cesaro and Sami Zayn clinging to the side of the upper part of the Elimination Chamber. Cesaro bashing Zayn's head into the chain. One hand keeping Zayn up. Cesaro climbs up even further, grabs onto the roof of the chamber, and kicks Zayn off of it. Sami Zayn has now on the ground. Cesaro is doing chin-ups as he hangs from the Elimination Chamber, folks. WWE pushed this man to the moon. He is the Dogecoin of WWE. Baron Corbin catches him as he comes down, slams him into the cage, throws him onto the turnbuckle. All right, toughness and speed. Let's go ahead and go with Owens, saving Randy Savage for a minute. Baron Corbin with the choke slam. Let's go ahead and we'll use Randy here. I have a feeling they're going to have a much stronger card, which they do. Oh, Cesaro's got Corbin up, going for the swing. Corbin in the sharpshooter. Oh, Corbin tapped. So Corbin is the first person eliminated from the Elimination Chamber. He will not be going on to fight Roman Reigns tonight. Two seconds, another pod's opening. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn has stopped Owens, trying to plead with him a little bit there. Yeah, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have to have a WrestleMania match, especially right now with this conspiracy theory thing that Sami Zayn has going on. And that might have been the setup for it just now in the Elimination Chamber. Kevin Owens taking it to Daniel Bryan early on. Oh, got lucky there with the gobbledygooker. Looks like we'll net us another win here. So we'll be working on some SuperCard content videos coming up this week. Please leave what you would like to see or questions you have about WWE SuperCard in the comments below. Kevin Owens taking all three of the opponents with the cannonball, each of them laying in their respective corner. Still waiting on Uce to get out of his pod. Countdown should begin here shortly. Oh, pop-up powerbomb, Kevin Owens to Daniel Bryan. But Kevin Owens went down as well, no pin cover. Kevin Owens powerbomb is a partial reason we went with the Powerbomb Nation name. There's a nice Cataclysm New Day card. All right, so we got one more Elimination Chamber match before we have to wait for a couple of refills. Go ahead, we need to get an elimination here. Drew McIntyre. So the counter just went down. Uso's pod opened up. Owens immediately goes after him. They are battling in the corner right now. Alright, so we got it tied up. 5 cards remaining on each. Let's go with Slapjack here. I think that is my highest ranking pro card. Let's go ahead with AJ Styles here. This should get us, knock another one out of the opponent's deck here, giving us the advantage of a couple cards. AJ versus AJ. All right, and a rematch. Hopefully my stats hold up. And they did. Gives us a 2-card advantage going into the next round. Speed and Charisma, which would be the bottom for Slapjack. So we'll go ahead and throw him back in here. Gives me a full gobbledygooker to hold on to. Kevin Owens on top of the pod doing a backflip moonsault onto all 4 of the other remaining opponents. So far, Baron Corbin, the only person eliminated from the match. All right, so we got them down to 2 cards. 2 cards remaining. So they should have a swarm AJ Styles with toughness and charisma. Let's hope Drew takes him out. And then that leaves our last card. Oh, Owens stunned Zayn. Really want them two to fight at WrestleMania. Good shot it's going to be the Usos fighting Kevin Owens. But I'd much rather see Zayn and Owens go at it. Alright, well Slapjack's been beat the hell. So let's go with the gobbledygooker. Oh, Sami Zayn's left the chamber. They just shut the chamber door on Kevin Owens' arm, and Uso is holding it. This looks absolutely painful. I expect his arm to like snap off at any moment now. It doesn't look like there's any space between that. Uso repeatedly kicking him to the face. 3, 4, 4 super kicks. They've released the door. Owens' arm is still on his body. And there we have it. Another Elimination Chamber win, ladies and gentlemen. We are on a roll. Call us butter. Jay picks up the win over Kevin Owens. So has eliminated Kevin Owens. So we're down to Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, who started the match, and Jey Uso. Just another sign that Bray Wyatt will be returning in the Elimination Chamber tonight. All right, so we got another free bout in about 22 seconds. We have now moved up to the lowly second place in the very weak PvP. Not acting like that's anything big. All right, so let's get us another Elimination Chamber match. See if we can win again. We lost our first one. We have gained 2 back, so we have won, I think, 6 or 7 in a row now. Cesaro swinging Jay into the cage repeatedly. Uh-oh, down 1. All right, let's throw the gobbledygooker out there. Toughness and charisma. It's the matchup. Should get us a... Oh, this one will be a pretty straightforward victory. Alright, so we'll lose another card here. We are down 5-4. Alright, looks like we might be outmatched. Power and charisma. Let's go ahead and use the gooker. Daniel Bryan with a 2 count on Cesaro. Jay is out, still on the side, so Jey Uso still in the match. Daniel Bryan versus Cesaro right now. Well, let's throw in the Fiend. Bray Wyatt going ham. Nice. Not enough for a win. Oh. think I'm just delaying the inevitable at this point. If we can avoid charisma matchups, I may be able to go through a couple cards. Power and speed, I might eke out a win here. Power and toughness. Needed that one. I should get a win here. And maybe, just maybe, if that last card that this one's holding on to has been weakened. It'd have to be weakened a lot. Power and charisma. I don't think it's enough. Let's see what we're up against. No, a behemoth Big Show with full stats. Cesaro eliminated. There goes my pick. So we got Jay and Daniel Bryan. Jey Uso with another splash off the top. 1, 2. Daniel Bryan kicks out. It looks like we'll get the payoff in the storyline of Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. They teased that one long enough. Not bad. 6 picks for a loss. I'll take it. Hopefully we get something good. All right, Tony Storm, WrestleMania. On the last pick, too. So we're out of Elimination Chambers right now. This one, of course, I have not done any of my Clash of Champions. I've picked The Rock, obviously. Why would I pick the Hurricane over The Rock? Go ahead, I've never played Clash of Champions on WWE SuperCard, so this will be a first. So Daniel Bryan wins the Elimination Chamber match, the first one. All right, so we'll get Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns later on tonight. Oh, and Roman Reigns is on his way out to the ring right now. They are going to go ahead and have the Universal Championship match now. Daniel Bryan has not gotten up. All right, so there is our first victory in Clash of Champions. Let's move on up the ladder here. He looks like he's at 3.8. Let's throw... Got a full Savage. Let's go ahead with that. All right. Can't go wrong with Macho Man and Paul Heyman in his corner, right? All right, so the Universal title started. Roman Reigns went for a spear. Bryan counters, puts him in the label block. Reigns is biting his hand. Okay, Reigns is broken out. We got defeated horribly. So Roman Reigns officially has defeated Daniel Bryan and has retained his championship tonight, which makes sense not to do anything other than that. And they weakened Daniel Bryan enough to maybe the match at SummerSlam could happen if Cesaro doesn't get a push moving forward. Not bad, an Andrade WrestleMania card. Oh, Edge out of nowhere just speared Roman Reigns, pointing at the WrestleMania sign. So I guess Edge has officially made his choice. can't wait for that. That's going to be a hell of a match. Got completely killed. No one in the guild powered up their cards, including I powered up a few of them, but I had other things going on with was not able to get as much in as I like to. Let's start out with the Fiend. All right, weaken up that Undertaker card a little bit there. Power and charisma. Let's see if we can knock the Taker out. So the main event of WrestleMania is set. Edge versus Roman Reigns. Let's throw in a little slapjack here. All right, so we are up 4-3. Toughness and charisma. Ooh, Bad Bunny just smacked the Miz. All right, let's try Clash of Champions again. So the U.S. Championship match is getting ready to start. Bobby Lashley, the current champion, is on his way to the ring. I'll assume they inserted a third participant into this match so that way they can have somebody lose without hurting Riddle and or Bobby Lashley in this. I expect Bobby Lashley to win. I think he's got a great run with the U.S. title so far. A lot of people are behind the Hurt Business. I think the U.S. title's really grown on me. I like the way it looks. I do like this version of Bobby Lashley too. He's real super beast. Not sure I'm a fan of this game mode. I'll have to play it again. I like the ring domination. So I'll look forward to playing that a little bit tomorrow. I think that might be my favorite mode, is the ring domination. It's a little more strategic on where you place everybody. All right, well, I'm all out of PvP battles here. I think I'm going to finish up the pay-per-view and enjoy the last couple matches. Watch Bobby Lashley win this, and then check out the men's elimination chamber. Should be a good match. So thank you all for joining us throughout the night, and make sure you subscribe and like the channel. And look forward to bringing you more WWE SuperCard and WWE wrestling content in general here on the Powerbomb Nation. Thank you so much, and you all have a wonderful night.